How to respect yourself so much that people hate it. What if I told you that if everyone likes you, you're probably doing something wrong? Now, this might sound harsh. Let me explain why the constant need to please others could actually be a form of self-disrespect. But I want to share a personal story with you. See, years ago, I was caught in a cycle of constantly trying to please everyone around me. And one afternoon, my friend texted me. They asked me if I wanted to go to the mall together. It was an upcoming event and we were going to drive together. But every time we went out, we got off track. Actually, talking and chatting more than focusing on the errands themselves. And I could already picture us walking into the mall, spending more time gossiping than getting anything done. Now, deep down, I knew it wasn't going to be a productive trip for me. But I didn't want to let them down. And for years, I had been the type of person who avoided conflict at all costs, even if it meant sacrificing my own needs. But this time, something shifted inside of me. Instead of automatically agreeing, I had stopped myself and I thought about what would truly serve me. So I texted them back and I explained that I had a lot of work to do and I needed to shop on my own another time and stay focused at that time to get in and out. And he wasn't happy. He sent me a few frustrated messages about how I was being too serious and how we could still have fun while shopping, but at least, I sat there working quietly on my own tasks. I felt a strange sense of peace. I had put my priorities first, not out of disrespect, not for them, but because I respected myself. I respected myself enough to honor my own needs. Now that day, I realized that self-respect sometimes means disappointing others, and that is okay. I had chosen for myself my growth over short-term approval, and I felt like that was a powerful step towards becoming the person that I wanted to be. So we also often think that love equals respect, but there's a crucial difference between the two that often is overlooked. And in this video, I'll share with you how I learned to prioritize my own needs over others' expectations and why doing so is the key to true success. So stick around. This might just change the way you see yourself. If you don't have anyone who dislikes you or gets upset with you, then you're probably not showing yourself the respect that you deserve. And it may sound harsh, but what it really means is that you're likely conforming to others' expectations and desires. The constant need to please everyone is a form of self-disrespect. For instance, last week someone asked me to work with them, but I knew that if I worked with them and spent the entire time talking, which was most likely going to happen instead of working, so I respectfully said no, because I recognized that I wouldn't be productive. I could do other things. I could make better use of the time. There were no hard feelings on my side, but now they're upset with me. And moments like these highlight the bigger truth. If I'd compromised my work, my self-worth, and then worked with them just to avoid conflict, I would have disrespected myself, choosing to do something unhelpful just because it pleased someone else. And that's why I believe if you never have anyone upset with you, you're probably disrespecting yourself, not respecting yourself. It's impossible to make everyone happy. If no one ever gets upset with you, it likely means that you're a people pleaser. And I'll be honest, I used to be one. When I first entered college, I've constantly felt the need to make everyone like me. I worked hard to improve myself, always trying to become the kind of person who had no enemies. But with time, I started to realize that I no longer care how many people like me. As long as I show and know that I'm a good person at heart, with the right intentions, the people who are meant to stay will, and the rest will fade away, fall away naturally. And now I recognize that every time that I tried to please someone, I wasn't respecting myself. Maybe many of you can relate. And I needed the approval of others because I needed it more than I respected my own boundaries and needs. Now, yes, I love myself every single day. I could look into the mirror and feel proud of who I am, but here's the catch. I've also, in the past, disrespected myself a lot. I thought loving myself was enough to say that I respected myself. But I've come to understand that love doesn't automatically guarantee respect, either for yourself or for anyone else, at least not truly. For example, I may love the way I look, I feel comfortable with who I am as a person, but I still stand in front of the mirror and criticize myself. I might focus on my flaws and imperfections. I might focus on picking something out. And if I truly respected myself, I wouldn't do that. I would never put myself down. And neither would you. Because we'd understand that our worth, we'd understand it too deeply to engage in self-deprecation. And the difference between loving yourself and respecting yourself is essential. You can love someone and still not respect them, at least not truly. It's the same with yourself. When you lack self-respect, it's difficult to expect others to show you the respect that you deserve. Now, I know a lot of people who wonder, why don't things seem to go their way? Why they can't stick to their goals? Or why they aren't seeing the success that they desire? I've been there. If I wake up with the goal to exercise, read, or work on something, excuse me. Sorry about that. If I choose to work on something productive, but I end up distracted or procrastinating or choosing something easier, like going to an event or sleeping all day, I'm disrespecting myself. The next day when I try again, I'm likely to fail. Not because I lack motivation, but because I failed to show myself the respect of following through. Why would I respect myself if I've been letting myself down constantly? Let me ask you this. If you gave a close friend an important task, something that could have a significant impact on their future, and they didn't do it, would you trust them with another important task again? Probably not. It's the same way with how we treat ourselves. When we struggle to stay on track with our goals or stick to our commitments, it's because we haven't respected ourselves enough to do what we promised. We don't believe we could do it because we've proven to ourselves time and time again that we're not trustworthy. Respecting yourself isn't just some nice idea, it's fundamental to living a life of success. If you consistently disrespect yourself, I can promise you success will stay out of reach. You might be thinking, why does this matter? Why is he so focused on this? Let me tell you why. Respecting yourself is found in the small things. It's not just about the big moments. It's about the daily habits that determine your future. The small choices that you make every single day, all throughout the day, matter. Whether it's staying up too late when you know you shouldn't, letting your hygiene slip, or choosing comfort over progress. I went a few weeks without getting a haircut, and someone would say, no big deal. Actually, longer than that. Some would say, what's the problem with that? But I've learned that it's not about the haircut. It's about how I show up for myself. If I would do something for someone else, why wouldn't I do the same for myself? Every time you ignore the small responsibilities like neglecting your appearance or ignoring your health or falling short on your responsibilities, failing to follow through with your commitments, you're telling yourself that you're not a priority. And when you stop prioritizing yourself, it leads to self-doubt, criticism, eventually self-deprecation. If you don't respect yourself, how can you expect others to treat you with respect? The small moments matter deeply. They are the building blocks of your mental, emotional, and physical growth. The times when you laugh off disrespect because you're afraid of confrontation, those are the moments that you're skipping a workout, avoid your responsibilities, or neglect spiritual practices. Those are the moments that you fail to show up for yourself. In these moments, they stop you from becoming the person who is ready for success. And personally, since a young age, I've learned the hard way how important self-respect is. I've realized that respecting myself sometimes means that upsetting others is going to happen. It's not about causing harm, but prioritizing my own growth and well-being. And when you consistently try to make everybody else happy, you're losing sight of your own needs. Eventually, you'll stop loving yourself because you'll be so busy giving little pieces of yourself to others that you forget to honor your own worth. So here's the key to this whole thing. Loving yourself is important, but respecting yourself is the true foundation of success. If you want to find peace, growth, and achievement, you need to show yourself the respect that you deserve. If you find value in these videos, make sure you subscribe. I appreciate connecting with you guys today. I truly appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.